Happy Monday, everybody. Let's start the week off right with a nice, fresh, crispy edition of JT's Bang Bang Plays. A really light schedule today in Major League Baseball. We've got a 3-game all-day slate, and then I guess what you would call a 2-game main slate. 2 games on the West Coast. Interesting day in baseball yesterday. I had some time to myself. I don't often watch Sunday Night Baseball with the sound up. It's just a really difficult thing to listen to with Alex Rodriguez and Matt Vasgersian. But every now and then, I just decide to torture myself. And so last night was one of those nights. And it's really difficult to believe that Alex Rodriguez has played this game for most of his adult life. So bottom of the 9th inning, the Yankees tie the game. Gleyber Torres steals third. You've got Gary Sanchez at first, 2 outs, and Rougned Odor at the plate. And Alex was beside himself. Every pitch, he's like, I don't know why Gary Sanchez isn't stealing second. They're not paying attention to him. Why doesn't he steal second? Whoa. Well, first of all, let's break this down. Why aren't they paying any attention to Gary Sanchez as a base runner on first base? I mean, you're talking about the slow-plodding aircraft carrier, Gary Sanchez. Nobody's concerned about him stealing second, and they shouldn't be. Because with 2 outs, the only thing that matters is getting Gleyber Torres home from third base. You get a ground ball to the infield, this game's going to extras no matter what. Again, just a really difficult listen on this Sunday night broadcast. Alex, man, maybe go back and watch a couple of games. Refresh what you might have learned and forgotten over the course of your adult life. As I mentioned, a very short little schedule on for Major League Baseball tonight. But a couple of nuggets if you're going to be looking at this showdown game. Miami going into Boston. A postponement makeup from May 30th. Pretty good pitching matchup here. Pablo Lopez against Nick Pivetta. Like the pricing for both of these guys on the showdown slate. Just 10.6 for Pablo Lopez against a team in Boston that really hasn't done very well against right-handed pitching of late. And then Nick Pivetta 10.0 on that showdown slate against Miami. I kind of tend to fade the offensive pieces of the Sunday Night Baseball teams. Just a bit of a disruption to the schedule. The late night travel, even though they are going home, they get in pretty late. They're going to get to the ballpark quite a bit earlier than they normally would for a 5:10 Eastern time start. So my interest is going to be primarily on the Miami side here. I would think about and probably look to captain either Pablo Lopez or Jesus Aguilar at 8.2. Just been crushing the ball over the last week. Home runs in 2 straight games, and Nick Pivetta can give up quite a bit of power to the right side. A couple of other plays for the Miami team, or at least one. Jose Devers, they continue to bat him in the leadoff spot now that Miguel Rojas is on the injured list. And then runbacks from the Boston side, a couple of guys that are intriguing at low price points. Alex Verdugo, 6.4K. He's been priced pretty cheaply. Hit a home run last night. And then Danny Santana. They continue to bat him leadoff, 5.4K. I think you can get some value out of those plays in the showdown slate, or if you're playing the all-day slate. Moving on to the late night slate, the main slate, if you will, 9:38 p.m. I believe it starts on DraftKings anyway. It's 2 games. It's the Royals going into Anaheim to take on the Angels, and Dylan Bundy, who has reverted to his old self of giving up just a ton of home runs over the course of his last 5 to 6 starts. And then the Cubs going south from San Francisco into San Diego. My early look at this slate projects that Dylan Bundy's going to be 75% owned, and I think most of you know what I'm going to do when I see that Dylan Bundy is going to be 75% owned. That's right, I'm going to play some Royals here. I do think that he's going to give up some power. I think a contrarian way to play this is to stack up the pitchers in San Diego. Always a bit cooler in San Diego at night than during the day. Always plays, for the most part, more to a pitcher's park than a hitter's park. And stack up that game in Anaheim because Kansas City is calling up rookie Jackson Kowar to make his first major league start. Look, Jackson Kowar is highly touted. He is, I think, 4th or 5th in terms of the best prospects in that Kansas City organization. Been really good in AAA this year. AAA, the major leagues, AAA, Shohei Ohtani, AAA, Justin Upton. It's It's a pretty big difference between those two things. And Kowar's been pitching about 5 or 6 innings per start in AAA. Well, that means you're guaranteed to get, I would say, at least 3 innings, if not more, of one of the 5 worst bullpens in Major League Baseball for the Angels to take advantage of. A couple of plays I like from this game. Shohei Ohtani, 5.5K. Seems like a bit of a discount for a guy that, I don't know, just seems to hit a home run about every game, every other game. Jared Walsh, way too cheap for this matchup. 3.7K for the power-hitting right-hander on DraftKings. I might make 50 or 60 lineups on this 2-gamer just because I got nothing else to do on Monday night. And I don't know if I'll make a lineup without Jared Walsh tonight. That's how confident I am in his ability to get to Kowar and the Kansas City bullpen. And then Anthony Rendon. He's been hitting the ball better of late, finally coming around, finally seems to be in game shape after that injury to begin the season. Just 4K on DraftKings. And then a couple of guys on Kansas City. Yeah, everyone knows about Witt and Carlos Santana and Salvi Perez. No doubt they will be mixed and matched in my lineups, but a couple of guys that jump out to me just based on price point and potentially lower ownership, which is pretty important on a 2-game slate. Andrew Benintendi, 3.6K on DraftKings, been hitting the ball really well of late. Also is a stolen base threat, which is a problem for Dylan Bundy. And then Jorge Soler, he's battled some injuries. Look, he hasn't done a lot much. I get it. I don't think he's going to be very popular, but that 2.8K price point on DraftKings, really, really interesting to me on this 2-game slate at what I project to be lower ownership than definitely those bigger bats on Kansas City. You want to get over to our Run Pure Bets side, runpurebets.com, make a couple of bets. Here's a nice little parlay for you that I think is filled with a bit of value. The Los Angeles run line, -1.5. It was at +150 just a little while ago when I checked on the DraftKings Sportsbook. I like pairing that with the Miami Marlins money line of +132. They were a pretty heavy favorite to keep that game within a run. Not a stretch to see them go ahead and win this game outright. Now, I'm recording this video mid-morning on Monday, and obviously a lot of things can change. We'll get lineups. We'll get information about maybe any pitch counts for the rookie Kowar in Anaheim. So that's why you need to be a member. RunPureSports.com or RunPureBets.com or both, right? We give you both for a discount. Enter code RPSHeater25. That'll get you 25% off your first month's payment. Don't forget to subscribe to the Run Pure Sports YouTube network because we've got a lot of things going on throughout the day. We've got a bet show that goes on every day right around lunchtime. So take your lunch break, take in the guys talking about what they think is going to happen that night in professional sports. All sports, not just baseball, NBA, MLB. You've got PGA. And you even got some boxing and a big MMA card this weekend. So RunPureSports.com, RunPureBets.com. On the Run Pure Sports side, we'll have a playbook up tonight, core plays. I'll write up a quick DK slate strategy for those of you that are going to play this slate on DraftKings like I am this evening. That's it for JT's Bang Bang Plays. Good luck, Run Pure. I'll see you back here on Wednesday with another edition. Good luck.